Yo, welcome back to my YouTube channel, guys. It's the FPL Pundit here, and in today's video we are going to be looking at the wildcard team selection for game week 11. So if you're going to be wildcarding in game week 11, you should watch this video. And not just for those who are going to be wildcarding, if you're also going to be making transfers, you could draw inspiration or draw insight from this selection I'm going to be making for wildcard. So kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're new here, turn on the post notification icon so that anytime I post a new video you are going to be aware. And I would like you to stick with my channel and watch this video to the very end, because in my videos I share a lot of good content, a lot of insightful analysis on Fantasy Premier League. So without further ado, guys, let's jump straight into the video. Yeah, so welcome back, guys. So before we move straight to the transfers for wildcarding, let's quickly look at how the game week how the performance of the players I selected for game week 10 did. So now this is game week 10 wildcard team selection, and here is what the team looks like. We have Sanchez, James, Cresswell, Cancelo, Livramento, Mohamed Salah, Son, Townsend, Joshua King, Harry Kane, and Wang. Now we'd see that this team wasn't really bad, though. It's scored below, way above the average points, which is 42, and with scoring a total of 52 points. And this is not exactly bad, but it can actually be better, as we see that it looks like the game week generally was kind of bad for managers. But despite that, it looks like a lot of managers were able to get high scoring point, because my game week rank for this wildcard team is 1.9 million, which is actually very low. So let's look at individually how they did. So Sanchez blanked, James was able to get 21 points, which was one of the majority players that gave me points, and without him probably I'll just be way below the average point. So we had Cresswell, Cancelo, and they both blanked. They didn't get clean sheets, and Livramento was able to get a clean sheet. Salah was able to get a goal, an assist, scoring 5 points, but because he's my captain, he gets double of 5, that's making 10. So Son blanked, Townsend blanked, and about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players from my lineup blanked, including the keeper, making 8 players that blanked. So the major points came from just James, Salah, and Livramento. So from the bench, you see that all the players on the bench got 0 points. Now Raya is not going to be available, Mount is not going to be available, and it looks like Douglas has never started any game for me, so I don't really care if he's available or not. Now Chalobah also did not play in this game week. If not, it could have been very well for Chelsea, because Chelsea kept a clean sheet. So now that we've looked at how the performance of the previous game week wildcard team selection was, now let's move on to game week 11 wildcard team selection, which I've already made ahead of time to save us a lot of time now. But the only thing is just that we could just be adjusting it now that the game week has concluded. Now here are the players I picked for wildcard ahead of game week 11. Sanchez has been in the team, so the new additions were Mendy, Duffy, and Chilwell. Cancelo still in the team. James has been in the team. Livramento also has been in the team. Douglas remains in the team. So another new addition also was Gallagher and Tony. So now I sold out the other striker I had here and brought in Tony. And if you look at the player that I sold ahead, would see that the player is Joshua King. Now why was the reason why I sold Joshua King is fixtures ahead are actually really bad. Probably I shouldn't have even bought him in the first place, but until December we will not be needing Joshua King, even if he's going to be performing. So now back to the transfers made so far, we'll see that I brought in Mendy to the squad, I brought in Duffy to the squad, and I brought in Chilwell to the squad, as well as Gallagher and Tony. So those are the differences to what we had previously, and now we could actually even be making a little more adjustments to what we have in front of us here. We see that Gallagher has very cool fixtures ahead, and many other players to have very cool fixtures ahead. So let's quickly look at the fixtures ahead for at least the next 3 game weeks to see any player we are missing out on. So we have Brentford fixtures ahead could be looking good. Southampton is going to be playing against Aston Villa. The next match is going to be Manchester United against Man City. We have Chelsea playing against Burnley, Crystal Palace against Wolves, Brighton against Newcastle, Arsenal against Watford, Everton against Spurs, Leeds against Leicester City, and West Ham against Liverpool. Now we have it in the news that Antonio Conte is going to be making it back to the Premier League, as he has agreed terms with Tottenham Hotspur. So this could mean a lot for Tottenham Hotspur getting back in the Premier League, getting back in action and getting back points. So not to digress further, Antonio too is going to be having really difficult fixtures ahead, which means that a lot of managers will be doing away with him. So for now, I don't think there is any major adjustment we need to make to this team. So I think until after the Champions League games on Tuesday, that which is today and tomorrow, then we could come back to review this team to see what we're going to be doing ahead of Game Week 11. But so far, this is the wildcard team selection for Game Week 11. Now let's move on to how this team could line up for the coming game week. So now we have, this was the lineup I chose. We have Mendy in the goalpost, we have Cancelo, Chilwell and James, which I think is very balanced. Now Cancelo might necessarily not, get those points, but because of his price points, it definitely has to start in the match, even if he's going to be playing away against the likes of Manchester United. And now we see that we have the likes of Livramento and Duffy, who could be very good replacements for this, who could be very good replacements for any other players, but either from the defense or the midfield. Now, it's possible Townsend blanks again in this coming game week. It's possible Gallagher blanks, even if he had had one goal and assist in the previous game week. But ahead of the game week, when we are doing a proper team selection, we are going to be reviewing that. So now, moving on, we see we have Wang, Tony, and Harry Kane in the attacking lineup. Now, Wang blanked, although Jimenez was able to get a goal against Everton, where they beat Everton 2-1. Now Tony, if you look at the fixtures ahead for Tony, they are kind of really cool. So this is the best time to actually start getting back Brentford players. Now he's going to be playing against Norwich, Kane is going to be playing against Everton, and it's going to be a 3-4-3 formation for me, with Mendy in the goalpost ahead of Game Week 11. So we see we have in the midfield, we have Salah, Townsend, Son, Gallagher, and I think I'm still doubting if I should play both Townsend and Gallagher at the same time. Now we see that Duffy is playing against Newcastle at home, same with Livramento at home. So these guys actually really have good fixtures, and at least one of Duffy or Livramento should be able to get a clean sheet in their games. So now let me know what you think in the comment section, if I should make sure I start Livramento or I should start Duffy, or any other advice you have for me for this wildcard team selection. Okay, so that's it guys. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, turn on the post notification icon, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And that's going to be all for the wildcard team selection. See you next time when I catch you in my next video. Peace.